Due to the lack of memory, integrated graphics rely heavily on RAM performance. Most people know that running your RAM in dual channel helps a lot, but there are other ways to make it faster. Overclocking is an obvious one, but you can also adjust the timings. I wanted to try and compare the difference that they make, and if adjusting timings is even worth it. I tested 6 different games, running on 4 different engines. The CPU used is an i5-7500, the iGPU is an HD630, and it has 2 sticks of 4GB RAM. The default timing was CL17, tweaked was CL13, and the base clock is 2100, and the overclocked one is 2400. The first game I tested was gtav 5. This thing was on at 30 FPS as the game would be unplayable without it. At the lowest setting, in a resolution of 800 by 600, the stock frame rate was at 17.5 average, and the 1% lows were at 0.1 average. Tightening the timings brought up the frame rate to 19.1, and the 1% were just as bad. Overclocking the RAM brought it further up to 26.5 average, with much better 1% lows at 24.3. dayz is the next game, running at the max settings and a resolution of 1080p, as I wanted to see how far the VRAM took it, and totally not because I was too lazy. The stock average was 8.9, 9.4 with the better timings, and 9.8 after the overclock. This was the true dayz experience. Hitman 3 probably showed the least difference of all the games, going from 19 to 21 to 22. Afterburner also refused to work on this game, so I do not have accurate numbers. Dead by Daylight is more interesting, but the testing may not be the most accurate, as the maps were different each time, but the performance seemed to be consistent enough throughout the maps anyway. At the lowest settings and resolution scale, the average frame rate was 26 FPS and the 1% were 12.5 at the stock settings. Lowering the timings brings it up to 27.6 and 20.7, and the overclock brings them to 32 and 22.1. Resident Evil 8, just like Hitman, did not improve much, so I just keep on it and leave the numbers here. And then Rocket League, another Unreal Engine game, run at 39 average stock, going up to 45 with the timings, and 48 overclocked. The max frame rates went from 46 to 51 to 54, and the 1% went from 18 to 23 to 25. Overall, engines handle VRAM differently. Some of them will see a great boost, while others will see nothing. With the games I've tried, Unreal Engine saw the best improvements, and it seems that the memory overclock is more important than the timings. So if you are tweaking your RAM, overclock it first, then drop the timings, at least if you are using integrated graphics, as timings matter more for the CPU, and are probably about equal to the clocks.